Okay, it's day 3 of fence painting, and this is the panel bit that I want to get done. As I said, I did all the rest. I did that panel yesterday and 2 others, so I did do about 4 in total yesterday. And I've had to stop gardening because our bin is about full. That's always my concern, because we do actually pay to have our garden waste picked up, and I said to hubby, one of these times someone's going to use it and put their own garden waste in it when we pay yearly for it, and if it gets too full and the lid doesn't come down, they can refuse to actually take it, or if it gets too heavy. So there we are. So I'm going to get on today and get this done. Yeah, do excuse the state. I've just changed out of my other clothes because I wanted to get on and do some of the fencing, and it started to spit of rain, so I got that panel done, which I was really happy with. That was my goal. So I've come back in now to get some of my reset pieces done. The beds have not been made because I wanted to get on with the fence, and this one I was hoping it was going to be nice like it was yesterday when it got quite warm. That's why I started early. Not so lucky today due to the fact it's now raining. So what I plan to do is, I think, put clean bedding on both our bed and our son's bed. As I said, normally this is one of the first jobs I do, unless it's been really hot, and then I will probably let the bed air. I've actually closed the windows, although I think it's stopped raining now. Just the fact, especially our bed is right under the window, so any rain, if it is quite strong, will come in. So what I plan to do now is, I can hear the sirens. Do excuse, I've got windows open on my landing and in the bathroom, so any noises. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll get the beds made. So I normally do this all before I do anything else, but I just wanted to get on with that fencing. Don't think I'm going to get any more fencing done today, so whether I get any more done tomorrow being day 4 of fence painting, but I want to plough on and get that done. Although I understand the weather is actually breaking up for most of this week, I understand. So I'm going to get our bed done, get our son's bed done. So it's just a matter of a general tidy up reset day today. So as I told our son not to make his bed, and that I'll get it changed. I might just put the cream bedding on. This is his Harry Potter set, as I said. And I say just make a list on my to-do list, what needs doing today and for the rest of the week. Not much in here to be done. As I said, finally got everything back in its place. My son put all that back, and I've started getting the stuff re-washed, and obviously it will go back in the case. I got all the towels done from the other weekend, so I'm just putting everything there because, say, we will be going away again in a couple of weeks. So there's not too much in here to do. It does need a good dust, as probably most of our home does. But as I said, I've been mostly concentrating on getting my fencing done. As I said, I'm not sure things are going to come to a standstill again. This is what happened before. So I did spend some time on it a couple of weeks ago. Then I had a break because it started raining, and then of course started up again. I did painting on the fencing Saturday, Sunday and today. So yeah, hopefully, it is coming along. It's just one of those jobs that's been put up for a number of years, and it's just getting that motivation to get it started and just plough through it. Okay, so I've changed the bedding on our son's bed. I've actually put the cream set on. I've said this before. This has got all the sleep sayings on Tranquil, series of images occurring in sleep, dream and things like that. I've teamed it up with the dark brown pillowcases, and these are the cushions that I've took off our bed. As I said, because I can't change furniture around, I tend to change ornaments, decor pieces and soft furnishings around from room to room. So it just gives it a little bit of a fresh touch in each of the rooms. And so now I'm going to go and sort our bed out. Okay, so I finished making the main bed. I've had to put lights on due to the fact it's been raining and it is quite dark, even though it's still fairly on early in the day. So I've chosen this bedding. I have actually shared this before. I tend to use this through the summer. If I remember rightly, this actually came from Asda, and I'm sure I only paid about £9.99 for it, if that. I've teamed it with my red and white spotted pillowcases. I've also have the fitted sheet to match. I've put a couple of owl things on, as I normally do this set when I've got very often red bedding on. Got the owl that hubby purchased and gifted me it a fair few years now for Valentine's Day. And also this cushion, I've shared this before, it's got owls on. I had this as a gift from a good friend of mine, and in the pocket you put the book you read, and I've got the book I'm reading and my Kindle in there. Sometimes I just leave them on the side, as you know, the side there, and sometimes I put them in the cushion there. And then I've teamed it up with this very thin, beautifully soft blanket with owls on. I'm sure this was a Primark one. I'm quite positive it was. I will have to see if it's still got the label on. It hasn't this side. And then, as you know, that reversible, it's like a bear to a husky dog sort of thing. So yeah, so that is the bed. I'm really pleased. As I said, I like to change it up, and if you do not wish to or can't afford to actually purchase new bedding or new items for your home, it's a good idea just to swap things around from room to room. I've said this quite a few times. Even just changing your bedding on, especially if it's some bedding you haven't used for a while, even drape a blanket over. I know we're in the summer. This is a very thin one. I put thin ones on usually at the bottom of the bed. If it turns cool, or say I want to relax during the day with a book, I can on the bed and just have the blanket rather than actually disturb the whole bed. And as I said, just changing little ornaments around. So what I might do is I might give the bedroom a bit of a dust, and I might actually have a look in my stash for my decor pieces and think about maybe changing a few pieces around. I shall say. I don't tend to have too many, I think, red decor pieces now. I tend to like to keep it quite, neutral during the summer. But what I might do is take this canvas down and put my red love canvas up that I sometimes do when I bring red into the bedroom. So that's what I think I'm going to do next. Okay, so I thought I would change the canvas. So I can do this quite easily, because what I do around our home, I haven't already got hooks like this, because I don't like banging any more picture hooks any further into the walls, then I use command strips, command hooks. But this one's been up here now years, so what I can easily do is then change canvases round, so I can do it that way. And get that hooked up there, level, that's it, just like that. So it's as easy as that, and it just gives the room, a bit of a lift, a bit of a different vibe, as I said. And as I've changed my canvas round, I'm going to change a few of the ornaments out on that little unit that I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to change it from sort of creams and grey and put a bit more red in. I do used to have red quite a lot through the rooms in our home, but I've sort of toned that down. So I'm going to do that next. Right, so this is the little unit. I'm going to just change out a little bit. Not much, so do excuse the rest. So I thought I'd dust this. I'm not actually going to, I don't think, give a full dust, I don't think, to the whole of my bedroom. I'm not sure. I'm going to see, because I'll be able to get the dinner soon. So, but I want to get this done. So I'm going to give this a bit of a dust, and I thought I'd chat. As I say, normally when I do cleaning like this, I tend to very often put music to, but I thought this way I can have a little bit of a natter, like I did with my crafting one, not so long back, and just change things up just a fraction. As I said, we've been home quite a lot of the time. I don't really want to spend too much money on decor pieces, although I'm hoping to go back to the range at some point and find some nice different pieces. I'm loving all these succulents and everything, but again, I think I might put these maybe in the dining room or the kitchen for a change, and I'm going to put some red pieces up here for a change. So I'm going to take some of these down and give it a bit of a dust. That picture more than likely always stays where it is. I would have loved these letters that I've got love, as I've shown you before. That one's not so bad, but like the V, it's only got that little bit standard. And once I did have them up there, but with the banging next door and everything, it did topple over once. It didn't come crashing down, but I'm very wary now about putting these at the top, as that's why it's wooden up there. Just that it has got I think a slight crack in it, because it has come off before. Yeah, it's got like a slight crack along that heart because it has fallen before. So I'll try and put that as far back as I can. Because say sometimes say you can hear banging and everything next door, and yeah, we won't go there, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to put a few bits and pieces different up here, and something that I haven't put up here for a long time, and I do apologise with my back to you, but I do really want to get this done before I start finalising dinner. I have got a joint in the oven at the moment because I'm doing a roast dinner, so so that's cooking at the moment. But something that I haven't used for a long time, that I had up on the shelf before I put these up there, I used these, and I'm sure I've got two of these. I might have had more actually, but I know I've got two, and I believe I got these from B&M. I think I only paid something like 99p or a pound or something for them, and these just slot in nice, and even with that sort of lip there, you can still see them, but I can give you a closer, you know, sort of look in a minute. So just give them a bit of dust, and it's got like the red and white gingham, a little silver heart, and the gingham actually goes down with the basket that I've got down the side here. So they actually replace those grey succulents. So yeah, and something else, I don't really have it usually here. It's actually a candle, and it's in the shape of this apple. So I thought I'll bring a bit more red in. Normally I have this in my kitchen or my dining room, but I thought, you know, just to try and balance a little bit of red out, I thought, you know what, I will put that up there, I think, like so. So yeah, I'm just going to dust these letters, and then I can put these back in here. So at least that little bit's job's done, and I say it's just changed it round a little bit. Let me know if anybody else does this. As I said, it does save the cost in having to keep buying decor pieces, although now and again I do like to purchase different bits, but I tend to try and look also in B&M and that sort of places, or Poundland even, and even charity shops. As I said, just a little bit of red. So this is more of a maroon, but I do like those in there. I'm going to leave my hearts here on this shelf because I just think it's quite romantic, and being a bedroom and everything goes with the love and everything, and with heart on the owl. But what I might do is I'm going to just straighten up down here as well. So I'm just going to alter the camera a little bit so you can see. So I'm just going to bring the camera down there. So that's the bit that I'm going to declutter. And so what I'm going to do is, when I put my bedding in the wash, I actually took off the cream pillowcase that I normally put on this basket. This has all my thicker socks on. As you can see, it's down here, but this has got the red and white gingham on. And sometimes what I do is, when I go for the red touches, I just use a red pillowcase, more likely to, you know, just hide the contents, also to keep the dust off the socks. So that goes just over there. I'm going to leave my bear, I think, and he can sit in the corner there. So I'm going to take all this off and just sort of dust this up a bit. So let's take all these off. I've got another, that's the next chapter of my books. And bits of medication and everything in that purse, which go there. And just sort of just tidy this up a bit. Sometimes I do actually put red placemats down here, but I'm going to leave these ones on, just because it just neutralises it, else it might be in such a small space too much red going on. So let's take all this off, so I can give this a bit of a dust. I do have a mini hand towel here, so I keep saying I often do that just so you know, if anything's dusty, it's not going on the bedding. So let's just give this a wipe. So I hope everybody's doing okay and, you know, still keeping busy. I've had a couple more sluggish days recently. I mean, I have been doing my, you know, fence and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking these out of this cream one. And something that I often have either in the dining room or the kitchen is I've got this red jug. So I'm going to put that. It's just got a bit of foam in there to keep the flowers sort of holding. So I'll just put those down a little bit. Like so. There we are. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to put these boxes probably maybe in the wardrobe, or I might put them back down on the floor for now. Leave those there. And as I said, I like my placemat here, and this is the remote for the lights that are above the wardrobes. And then I think the other pieces that I will possibly just keep, I've got like my book that I keep referring back to. I do sometimes when I come to bed, I do like to read, so I'm jotting the camera a bit. I do have the Abby Glines series. I've got a number of those. Again, I'm sorry about rocking the camera. But in between, I've got what people probably call like a coffee table book. And that's the next one to the series as well. So I've got quite a few of them. I haven't got the whole set, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those just there, and I'm just going to put my glasses on top there. So I think that's all I'm going to leave on there. Then I'm going to put everything else either somewhere else in my home, or I'll store them away. So there is the unit, so just a little bit different. Putting a bit of red in, but I've left the hearts, and then coming back, so I covered the basket with a red pillowcase that's got my thick socks in. Sometimes I have a cream pillowcase on there, and there is the rest of the unit. So just a red and sort of cream vibe there, so I'm really pleased with that. So I'm going to just go and check on my dinner. Right, I have to apologise if you can hear any noise downstairs. We've just had the roast dinner, and the guys are watching YouTube. It's a certain barbecue. Been researching, especially hubby, and then there's a certain couple they're following on YouTube about caravanning and barbecuing and the recipes. So hubby does the barbecue when we're away. It's the one meal, even at home, that I don't cook. He does barbecue, and he's just researching one. One of the meals was roast beef, roast potatoes in Yorkshire done on a barbecue. But it's a certain type of dome barbecue that is like a mini oven as well. So he's just following them. We just watched one with doing jacket potatoes with barbecued beans and everything. So yeah, I think he's just getting some cooking tips and everything, you know, because normally when we have barbecue, it's burgers, steak, or sausages, you know, that sort of thing. But I thought I'd finish the video on some empties, and yes, they're all really toiletries except for one item, which is a lip gloss. So as I said, I've got quite a few pieces. As I said, I think the last time I did an empties, I did it actually amongst a video. So I thought, well, you know what, I'll just do the rest as well, so I can actually recycle it, although our recycle already is going out tomorrow, but never mind, I will do it, and then I can always include them some other time. Yeah, I've just flipped my hair to the side because it's just irritating me now. I tried another lip gloss. Let's start off with the one that has actually ran out. I have been using this for ages. This is the L'Oreal Paris one, and it's a Glam Shine, and I really had to scrape through to try and get the last little dregs out. So that is completely emptied now. As I said, I tend to use a lipstick or a lip gloss until it's about gone, and this is a little bit darker than what I normally used to wear, but with you know, film and everything, and I don't use a lot of makeup or wear a lot of makeup, so I do like me lippy. And as I said, that is the one, and I've thoroughly enjoyed and loved this one actually. At the moment, I don't know whether you can tell, it's more of a sparkly one. This is actually candy cane flavoured lip gloss, and that's the one I've got on at the moment. But I think personally I would rather have a slightly dark one. I don't know until I look back how it looks, because I used to love pale lip glosses and lipstick, but I've learnt my lesson that I feel as though, unless I've really got a nice tan, which I'm getting there a bit, I've been outside and everything, it made me excuse me, it made me look really pale. So I like something with a bit of colour, so I want to go for this, like a deeper, what would you call it, that, like a sort of more of a I would say a purpley colour. So that is really well. So that's the one I'm using. That's the empty one. Right, quite a few of these are going to be like, you know, for the bath or soaps. Let's start with the soaps, because I've got a couple here. that we use. I've actually put another one of each of these in the bathroom, the cloakroom. In the bathroom, I've put another one of these. These are the strawberry laces ones, so that's that one. So I've got another one of those in the bathroom, which is the Clarex one. And as I've mentioned before, we've also had this in the bathroom as well. It's the antibacterial mint and tea tree hand wash, original source. So I've got one of these now in my cloakroom. So as everybody knows, you're washing your hands constantly now, so you get through, you know, so much soap now. So that's those two. Some of these you might remember that I have mentioned them before. Going on to shampoos, this is the strawberry shampoo, and as I said, I've mentioned this a number of times, and we have got now Raspberry Kiss, I believe it is at the moment. So this is the raspberry one, the strawberry one, sorry, in that make, that XHC range. I say we use a lot of this. I've got a conditioner in it, and I've got the banana body wash as well. But they are near enough empty, as I said, but I wanted to get this out the way. And the shampoo is the Juicy Green Apple. And as I said, I've put I'm sure it's raspberry, or is it strawberry kiss or raspberry kiss, I think it is, that's in there at the moment. But so I finished this one. Like this one, definitely have this one again. I've had it previously as well, and the whole family, well, I say whole family, me and hubby love it. My son shaves his head, so he doesn't need it. Going back onto Clarex, use a lot of this range. This is hubby's one, which is the drumstick one, raspberry and milk. We've had 2 or 3 of these, and I think this is the 3rd one that we've emptied. So that's that one. And another one, again, it's Clarex. This is the Love Hearts Bath and Shower. And the last one is the Mentos Feeling Fresh Mint Licious Bath and Shower Gel. Now, I enjoyed this, and it smelled really strong in the bottle. But my son used it, and he said he couldn't smell it that much. So I think it's one of those that you can smell it more in the bottle. I haven't bought another one of these. I think I might have got this one from Home Bargains, and I haven't been back into the Home Bargains. I'm sure it was Home Bargains. I'm positive it was. So I haven't got another one. I do like, I keep saying this, anything that's strawberry scented, and anything that is mint and tea tree. So I'm not sure if I will purchase this again. I think other members won't, thinking it was as strong smelling as it smells in the bottle, but sometimes you get that. It's like with candles, isn't it? So that is it. So that's the Mentos. I personally would have that one again. Anything Clarex, these ones, definitely. I say that's the 3rd one. That's the 2nd one of that one. You can usually tell when I have repeat buys. This is about the 2nd or 3rd one of this one I've had. I've had this Juicy Green Apple before, but as I said, I got the, I think it's the Sun-Kissed one at the moment. On my either 2nd or 3rd one of the Strawberry Laces. And I'm on about 3rd one of the Mint and Tea Tree one. So as I said, you can tell what sort of things that I use a lot of. And then obviously there's the lip gloss. As I said, I haven't got any more makeup items that I've used up, because to tell you the truth, I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup. Eyeshadow, I'm fried and because I'm always doing this, or have done in the past. And when the odd occasion I have worn eyeshadow, if we have in the past been out anywhere special, I have done it on a couple of occasions and forgot, because I don't wear it very often, and yeah, I had it all over my face. But yeah, so I shall see how we go with the candy cane one. Not sure, I'm not sure actually where this one came from. I don't know if it was a gift or not, but I will have to look out for another lipstick. I am pretty sure I actually did purchase a lipstick a while back, so I might have to check in with my makeup and where I keep all my lip glosses and everything, because I'm sure I purchased, I'm not 100% sure now whether I actually purchased the lipstick or was going to, but thought I'd use up what I've got, so there could be that before the lockdown, so I'm going to have to check that one out. But I had it at the back of my mind, I picked up another lipstick, but then again, you know, I go to pick these things up and think, my umpana, then sometimes I put them back down and thinking, you know what, I use up what I've got. And I try not be disappointed or gets down the line and think, oh, I wish I bought it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm on the fence about that lipstick one. I might actually have to go back and check one of my hauls, but it must have been a fair time ago if I did purchase it, because I don't know whether it was a lipstick I might have picked up from Poundland, but hey ho, you know, well, mine's gone a bit of a blank. But so anyway, so there's all the empties, so I can get rid of those there. I can recycle that lot and get that away. So hopefully you've enjoyed this type of video. So I'm trying to, if I get the chance, if I haven't got family members around me, because I don't want to keep shushing them, if it's not too noisy, I try and do the more talkative videos rather than just sit in front of a camera, which I have done in the past and had a little chit chat. Sometimes I try and incorporate that in what I am, you know, sort of doing or sharing at that time. So yeah, I feel pretty good of what I got done today. It has been a bit of a slow day. So I got a bit more fencing done, but I understand the forecast is not brilliant for the next few days, so I don't think I'm going to be able to continue on with the fencing, although I think it possibly is next week that we're supposed to be in for another mini heat wave, which may be a good idea, and then I can get on with those jobs outside the home. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Goodbye.